Gordon, what's in the box?
Hey, it is a package from AMD.
What?
This is a true unboxing. As you can see, the seal tape.
Vega 2?
Yeah, it might be Vega 3.
Oh, at this point, who knows?
Obviously, the worst kept secret in the world. We expect this to have Ryzen 2 inside. Let's unbox it, see what they sent us. This is like an AMD leak box for reviewers. Basically, it's stuff they want you to test Ryzen 2 with, which we can now see what they sent us. Elena is here as a third-party observer, like when you send the UN in to places. Oh, we got paper.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get the paper.
Wait, what's this other paper? Packing slip, perhaps?
Probably.
Oh, wait.
It is a packing slip.
Ryzen.
Should I tell you what's on it?
What's on it?
No, we're going to spoil the surprise.
No, spoilers, I can't tell you.
Can't tell.
These are clearly not what you're going to get in an actual retail box. We get, oh, maybe you are. No, this is actually no. The inside is what you will get in retail. Ryzen 7 2700X.
Wraith Prism.
Yeah, what is it? Everybody.
RGB. Yes.
I've never seen people get so excited about stock coolers. The big difference in Ryzen 7 2700X, besides, of course, 12 nanometer, a little bit faster, is clearly you now get a Wraith cooler inside. It's a Wraith RGB cooler with the 2700X.
Nice.
AMD,
people seem to like those Wraith coolers,
people
right?
really like them. With the original X series, they're like, hey, you're an enthusiast, you don't need a Wraith cooler, we're not going to include it. This time they said, okay, we're going to include it. So Ryzen 5, which one is this? Can't see it. 2600X. Right, so these CPUs, which if you stand by, I will read you the specs. You probably already read the specs on about 12 other websites already. This is the worst kept secret in the world. Go ahead, Elena.
I'm guessing that the 1700X is the only one with that RGB version of the Wraith cooler.
Looks like it. Looks like if you get the 2600X, because you're a cheap ass, you don't get the RGB cooler. Because look.
Upgrade.
Right, so look.
Yes.
Gotta get the upgrade.
People may buy the higher end part just to get that RGB cooler, because we know RGB makes you play better. This, of course, is not what you're going to get as a consumer.
Oh, second gen Ryzen.
Nice. You got your little.
Wow, look at this fancy.
I gotta say, if you actually had the little LED based socket, that would be cool.
That would be really cool.
So X470, right? So it's like X370 plus a bunch of stuff that probably should have been there in X370 in here, and we will be testing it with this, making sure we have the current BIOS. Let's take a quick look at the board. For the most part, no real differences, right? We still get the AM2, 3, 4 socket. Really no big changes. Looks like some RGB. Look at a lot of chrome there. Enthusiast Gaming. This is MSI. Did I say ASUS earlier? God, I'm just fried. 2 8-pin EPS 12V connectors. Obviously, they expect you to overclock it. I cannot comment on about overclocking performance of the part yet. But go out there and look. I'm sure you can find a few things. What else? Oh, look at this.
Here, I'm going to take that one.
Interesting. So AMD is saying, you know what?
Two
boards. We know clearly people have had problems in the past because you got this board and you got this performance, so they're including 2 boards. We get the ROG Crosshair 7 Hero Wi-Fi gaming motherboard, X470. Sorry.
Dang.
All kinds of lighting.
Yep, that's an RGB board.
Yeah, that looks familiar, right?
Looks very familiar to what we just did in a
Crosshair
build.
7.
Yes, Crosshair 7 M.2 here. There may be another M.2 buried under this thing. I don't know.
I think it's likely.
Yeah, but you know what? What you want to know about are the official specs. Let's bust that out.
Wait,
There's
more.
And
there's more. Oh, RAM.
RAM, because we know RAM is very important, and they expect us to test DDR4 3400 16 gigs G-Skill Sniper X.
Yep.
Nice.
Or Intel inside. All right, but you want to know? Actually, we can let Elena unbox this. I will read out specs. Elena's gonna unbox it. Ryzen 7 2700.
Wait, I need scissors.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
He's got a knife.
I got a knife.
Oh my god, the knife again.
Yeah, the Eagle IDG knife.
Apparently, according to our HR, we're not supposed to bring knives to work.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That includes knives to cut your food with. Not okay either.
Trying not to bust that, so here we go. Ah, we've got the Wraith Spire right here. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to open this first. We'll save the best for last.
Yeah, RGB.
Yeah.
I wonder how it connects. I wonder if it works with, if it just simply pulsates, or is it RGB control?
Well, let's see. So what connector we got here? Looks like there's an RGB connector right there.
Okay.
So let me cover that up so the thermal paste.
So it should basically connect to most motherboards' RGB systems.
Yep, well, I mean, let's see. So this is the fan. There's got to be a connector. Yeah, here we are. I think, does this come out? Yep, there you go. So you plug in the cable. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. There's this cable right here. Nope, sorry, right here. Let me put this back. I don't want to lose it. So if you look here, this is your RGB header cable. So you just plug that into one of the little ports we just saw. And also, I guess there's USB support as well.
Right.
And you plug that into your motherboard that supports RGB, and you should be able to control it through the motherboard.
This should work with any of the numerous 5 individual standards for motherboard lighting.
Yeah, the ring is right here for the lighting.
Yeah, looks pretty
Right
thin.
here.
Nice and subtle.
A little subtle.
Yeah, I think the fan actually probably lights up the fan nicely. Okay, but here's the important stuff.
Oh, wait,
Numbers.
I
Oh,
forgot.
is there more?
Wait, I
Oh, the
forgot
CPU.
The actual CPU. I was saving
Oh,
the best
yeah.
for last. Here we go.
There we go. As you can see, it's just like the previous one, except it's now 2700. It's
And
1,000 better.
It's better.
So on this part, it is an 8-core, 16-thread, 20 megs of cache, Wraith Prism cooler, boost of 4.3, base of 3.7, $329 street price. You know, I'm sure it'll be that much. Compare that to an 1800X that goes for $319. This could be like $10 more expensive, but that 1800X is a 3438 part. So this 2700X with the Wraith Cooler RGB, actually cheaper, higher clocks, right? There's also a non-X version, 8-core, 16-thread, 20 megs of cache, 3241 for $299. Compare that to a current 2700, or sorry, 1700, which I just checked a few minutes ago, $289 on the street, with a base clock of 3 with a turbo 3.7. So 3.0 to 3.7 versus 3.2 to 4.1. Very healthy clock increases on those parts.
Yeah, right.
Number 3 on the list, Ryzen 5 2600X, 6-core, 12-thread, everyone's favorite from last year, the 1600X. This one, though, 19 megs of cache. You do get a Wraith Spire, but not an RGB one, I don't think. Although it could be, they don't really say. Base clock of 3.6, boost of 4.2, compared to a base clock of 3.6 and 4.0 for a 1600X last year. Last year, of course, you paid $199 for that. This year, you're paying $229. So a little pricier. Of course, that is a list price. I'm sure it's going to get cheaper as the supplies come out. Last new Ryzen 2nd Gen Ryzen processor, Ryzen 5 2600, 6-core, 12-thread, 19 megs of cache, 3.9 to 3.4 versus 3.2 to 3.6.
Are we unboxing that one too?
Yeah, why don't we bust
Because
it
I
out?
just discovered that apparently, so the 2700X has the new Wraith Prism cooler,
Yeah.
but this one has the older Wraith Spire cooler, so it does have
A little bit of light,
a little bit of light.
but not as...
I don't think it's RGB. I think it's just probably that red ring is my guess.
Here, I'm going to cut it.
Oh. Yeah, I'll do whatever you like, Gordon.
Okay, so we got the prices. So $179 for a 1600, current 1600, $199 for the new 2600. Again, very nice boost across everything. I mean, you're looking at what, 300 to 400 megahertz upclock over what you got before. Other features I can talk about today: more performance, no kidding, higher clocks, Zen Plus architecture, first CPU on the new 12 nanometer process. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Should we look at the cooler?
I can pull it out, but I think the Spire people have seen already before.
Everybody's seen that one. So it's really that
can still pull it out,
the other
though.
one that's cool. Of course, you get the Wraith Prism cooler with the 2700X only. It sounds like the other ones, you're cheap, you don't get it. new X470 chipset, and also they are pushing something called Store MI technology. It's actually a licensed IP from somebody else that lets them cache a hard drive with an SSD. Sounds kind of familiar to somebody's technology. Yeah, but you know, this is nice. You're going to get it on Ryzen. It'll probably work on most things, unlike, you know, certain certified things that only worked on Intel side. So that
Here's
is
the cooler for the 2600X with the 2600X.
Nice.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the red LED only. There's no connector for RGB header cable.
at least it's red.
Nice.
Does it got a copper slug underneath, or is it all aluminum? Okay, so copper.
I don't think we've seen this before though.
Yeah, you know, very low end coolers, it'll just be all aluminum. They use a copper slug, sort of helps it wick heat a little better. And they're more expensive. So also copper costs more than aluminum. So, okay, I think for now that is pretty much all we can say. Expect us to do a full review and more surprises coming as we build up the hype for the Ryzen 2nd generation launch.
Awesome. Thanks,
See
Gordon.
ya. Thanks for coming, Elena.
Thanks, Lena. Bye.
And Adam for pushing the button.